So, welcome to the first podcast, which we haven't really decided a name for yet, if I'm not mistaken.
And you're right, we don't have a name for this, but let's see what happens.
That can be one of the topics of interest, I suppose, today. We can discuss our thoughts on what name we should give it, whether we should go crude, whether we should make it try and be cool, whether we should just call it Trash Taste Deluxe or something.
Trashier Taste.
Trashier Taste, I like it.
Trashiest Taste. That's the one for the After Dark, you know?
Yeah.
And receive a claim of copyright later on.
I mean, it depends.
Joey would,
actually...
Joey would go out for that stuff.
Would he? Is this a thing he does, or?
I don't know. I just feel it.
You feel it in your bones.
I know him personally. I watched enough of his videos, so yeah, I know the guy personally. Practically him himself.
It's basically your brother.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you because he says something about because some people were like taking part of the streamings and uploading on YouTube videos, and they were taking them out from what he said. I think was he in the streaming they made for the Crunchyroll Awards?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is it the recent one for Trash Taste?
I think it was the last stream because they mentioned they want to do like mini clips, like highlights, like they are doing with the regular podcast. But of course, because it's the content they want for themselves, of course.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
When do you think people are allowed to do that sort of stuff? Because I know from experience in my recommendeds on YouTube, for example, that JonTron, there are he's got his own channel, and there's some people who back up or archive some of the videos that he's taken down that haven't been given a cease and desist yet. But then there's also people who do. I find it really fascinating and slightly entertaining, I guess, in that there are people who take 5-second clips from JonTron videos, just like reaction clips of John just saying like, "Oh, no, I don't like it," and that's it, done. The video is done. 7 seconds. Is that allowed? Is that the same? Do you think there's potential for people to do that with Trash Taste and they won't be taken down just because the size or length of content is so minuscule that it classifies as within their rights to be able to do it, if you know what I mean? I forget the word.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. How do you want to see a 7-second video of someone reacting to something? I mean, it's really funny. Like,
it's crazy, you know, the hits and views that some of these videos get for the length they are. It's just, 20,000 views. That's not much, but on a 7-second video, yes, it is.
Well, if you think about it, TikTok is literally that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which TikTok is a literary ripoff of Vines. So
yeah.
Not my generation. That's well above my understanding.
Oh, come on. We're 3 minutes in and already you're saying things not my generation.
Fucking boomer. I'm out. Sorry.
4 minutes in and boomer has been uttered. Boom, that's it.
And it hasn't been used on Ben.
Hey. Yeah.
I know, wanna lie, I never use these apps. I use a little bit TikTok, but I'm more a consumer than actually a producer, if I can say it in that way.
What do you mean? So you're a consumer, but not a product user?
A producer, I know if it's not the right word.
Producer, so yeah.
Like, I don't produce any videos on the website.
So you kind of see what's up.
Yeah, but I check it a couple of days. I say, nope, this is not my shit. Turn off the app.
I mean, the dances are fun. I've done a few of those.
Oh, really?
Friends.
I need to watch that.
Oh no, they'll be hidden. Oh no.
Well, you have the source material, so you can.
So you're actually on TikTok, Qays?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this I did not expect.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, just.
We just need to find a dance first. Or the Hara Hara Yukai. Let's do it.
I don't know, man. Again, yeah, that is my line. TikToks. I'm showing my boomer colors. I almost refuse to do TikToks on principle.
But I feel like the dance is like, I get that, you know? Someone does a dance, you copy the dance, you know? That sounds like fun to me. I understand it. It's the crazy TikToks where none of it makes any sense at all. That's where I'm.
When they keep stuck in the videos and videos and videos inside the same fucking video, and you have like 8 small videos making an entire scene from 8 random people who don't know each other, but they decide to just make a meme, taking together all those videos. Do you know which one I mean?
Is it something like I've seen people like passing a football between people like from video to video where like, the football comes in, they kick it off.
Yeah, those kind of videos.
Or
it's
like making some kind of continuous thing where they're in different videos.
I don't know if the people have too much free time or too much imagination. I don't have.
Yeah.
No, see, that's exactly my point. I guess it's not the content I dislike on TikTok; it's the format in general. Like, if we did dance videos or something, I don't know. I would have it worked into a contract somewhere that they would only appear on formats that I approve of, like YouTube, for example, or I don't know, anything but TikTok. I just feel like it's a path to I don't know, worse things or worse. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just don't like TikTok. It's that simple.
Are you talking about like the addiction kind of element of it? Because I feel like it's just a quick kind of rush of like some like quick kind of instant gratification kind of thing where you like get loads of like these quick like magpie kind of silver looking things where you can watch a second video and you're like, yeah, I can watch another one, and then just keep on watching it, and then an hour's gone or something like that.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be. I mean, I have been addicted to certain aspects of social media platforms in the past, but I've never been addicted to anything like TikTok. So maybe yes, maybe no. I think it's more, to me, in my eyes. I think there's some very interesting things you can do with TikTok, or that you could have done with Vines, which contributed to its popularity. Where it's almost a great experimentation platform for things like video production, because you're playing with angles, you're utilizing 10 seconds or a small amount of time to produce something of decent quality. So, you know, I don't know, zoom in shots or cutting from one frame to another to be able to provide a different narrative or whatever. I'm using words I don't understand the meaning of here, so forgive me. But
it sounded good.
Okay, good. That's always important. That's always good. Then I'm getting away with it.
You don't understand what you're saying. Just make it seem like the other person should understand what you're saying.
This is exactly why I have not made it yet, because I can't fake it. You say fake it till you make it. I just keep trying to fake it and not doing it, and thusly I've not made it.
Not faking it enough.
So I can.
I'll be.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say I'll finish with. So I think there's interesting things that can be done with TikTok, but I feel like it's easier for people to be quite lazy with the platform, and I feel like it's a possibility. I think it's a possible gateway to mediocrity in terms of content creation, personally, and I approve of more. So with YouTube, I don't know what the algorithms are like with YouTube, but with YouTube, you're forced to, if you want to make bank, if you want to make actual money through YouTube, you're forced to stick to an amount of time that a video has to go up for if you want to make serious money, or you have to stick to some. With TikToks, it's almost like, chuck any old thing on so long as it's, a short amount of time, and more often than not it will get decent views. And that's why I shake my fist and waggle my walking stick at it.
But you know what is really wrong with TikTok? The fucking aspect ratio of the videos, instead of having the 1080 per 1920, I think, from like the standard screen, the 1080p. We have the videos in vertical, which I personally fucking hate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also the thing you say, like, you're right, the quality could be lower, but I think in YouTube the quality is not that high either. I mean, it's slightly higher in general, but not really.
the fact that you mentioned the video output thing, I had not even thought about it, and that's probably a really good reason why I dislike it as well, because I'm the kind of guy who refuses to watch a video when it's got the black bars on the bottom and top or the left and right. It's almost like, no, give me my 16:9 sort of video format. I need to have it fill the entire screen. So if I see some sort of a phone recording on YouTube or similar, or TikTok, on any other platform where you actually see the black bars because it's vertical, it just rustles my jimmies real hard. Maybe that's another reason. So thank you for that, Pabs. You've highlighted some aspect of it that I didn't know I hated. So I hate TikTok even more now.
So, Qays, when are you gonna release your dancing video?
I mean, when I make my millions, that'll be something that's dragged out. But I find it's crazy. We planned so much for the first podcast, and it's been 10-15 minutes. We've talked like a whole 10 minutes solidly about anime. It's been great.
I didn't even have a look to the drive yet. Three of us.
This is how it happens.
Three of us will have it open because I can see there's 2 people in the drive, and none of us we ever check it.
Oh, the list. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's talk about that.
We're not talking about that. I was just
oh my God,
showing and paying attention. For those at home, you'll never know what was uttered here today.
Anyway, shall we just keep talking off topic, or do you want to pick one of the topics from the list?
Tell you what,
I'm done.
I would love to hear, because I've not heard Qays say anything about Pokemon Pearl and Diamond, so I actually would love to hear his take on the remakes.
That's interesting. I've briefly seen the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first things first, I'm not going to shell out any money to buy it. So I feel like my opinion's kind of invalid because I'm definitely not going to buy it. But that's not because like I don't think it'll be good and I don't think I like it. It's just it's not £200 good, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you've not got a Switch either, have you?
Not got a Switch. I've got the original games.
Yeah.
Which still work on like the Nintendo DS. The Nintendo, not even 3DS, just DS.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can play in both. So if you don't have one, you can play in the other one. So
exactly. But I don't have the Switch and don't need it. And yeah, you can play on 3DS and stuff, but I've got a DS. And if I want to play the old game, I can still. I think things like Crystal or like Red and Blue, I think the save files have rotted away. So like I tried to play Pokemon Crystal like a while back, and I tried to save and it just didn't save really.
That's a shame. Yeah.
So things like those games, but even those have remakes, right? With Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Oh hell yeah!
So
definitely.
I mean, there's no problem in terms of actually accessing the games, and the graphics, they look fine, but nothing that would go out of my way to get a new one. But that being said, I loved Diamond and Pearl, brilliant games. It was actually the time when I started kind of getting out of Pokemon to some extent. I think I got back into it later, but I think when it was roughly when I was like just got into secondary school, around about time, and I think I wanted to be cool. And it's like Pokemon for babies.
Exactly.
Until I find out that I actually like Pokemon more when I'm older. But so I think I
grew up, man.
Yeah. But they were great games. I loved it. I've done a few reruns through like Nuzlocke and stuff like that, with all the starters and various kind of things. Great games. It would be fun to play, but I'm not going to pay £200. And the animation.
I like the idea.
Dawn's fine.
I like the idea of Qays at 11 years old, ushered into secondary school, and he just gets a massive beard and a deep booming voice, and he's like, "It's time to put away childish things. Pokemon, a thing of the past. Time only to dabble in stocks and other adult things."
I'm gonna invest in a random company, like I don't know how it's called, GameStop, and get millions.
Let's destroy Wall Street. That's what adults do, responsible things that adults do. If they had just played Pokemon, everything would be seen.
So, my opinion, I was talking with a friend from Spain because it's my childhood friend. I know him since we were 3. So
oh wow.
And we were speaking for an hour yesterday about the remake. And he loves the take on the remake because he didn't like too much the remake they made for Ruby and Sapphire.
Really?
The thing is, he didn't like the aesthetic of more realistic quote code because it's not. It's like more anime-like.
Yeah.
But in this case, they are literally taking the Pokemon Pearl and Diamond and making everything the same in 3D. Because if you think about it, the point of view of the map is the original one. And the only way to make the characters similar, if not doing it with pixel art, is doing Dunlop kinda looking characters.
Yeah, they have to look blockish, otherwise they'll look out of proportion.
Yeah, I think they are cute. I mean, they are chibi-like. I don't know.
I love it. I personally love it.
And the last point, before I keep talking just myself, is when they get in the scenes they are fighting, or I don't know if when they talk also they appear like the entire proper 3D model of the character. But it's like in the sprite. In the sprite you don't have, when they are fighting the small one, you have actually the full body sprite. So I think that people are just complaining because they wanted Pokemon Pearl and Diamond mixed with Pokemon Shield and Sword. I think that is the main issue for the fandom.
Yeah, that's a point. That's a good point.
Were the aesthetics especially good for Sword and Shield? Because I didn't play it.
It's very linear. The best thing it has is one of the worst at the same time is the looking and the graphics. And I say this because the graphics sucks if you have a look at them. I can do the textures in Blender in 5 minutes and I have fucking idea yet how to use Blender, so...
I want to see you do that. A whole stew.
Yeah, it's... At this point, I feel like, I don't know, there are people who recreate Pokemon in Minecraft, for example. I feel, at this point, I feel like that recreation in Minecraft of the Pokemon games it has more in keeping with the spirit of Pokemon than Pokemon Sword and Shield and the way the designs work in those games now. It's strange to me because, I mean, so this is why I'm pleased to see Diamond Pearl getting a remake. One, because I wasn't too big of a fan of the original games when they came out. I played it and then I stopped playing it very quickly. Every other game that followed after that, I played much more. But I'm pleased to see them go with a blockier art style and everything because I think like it's more in keeping with the style of Pokemon personally. I can't say whether I play it or not because, as I've just said, I wasn't a fan of the original as much, but I feel like it might be a step in the right direction for the franchise if they see fit to continue with it, which there's no reason they would not because it's Pokemon, it's a juggernaut, still brings in tons of money. I mean, I, for one, will spend money on the new Pokemon Snap coming out. I'll say that without question, yeah.
Is that an actual thing, new Pokemon Snap? Because that's been like a joke for years, saying that they're never going to remake Pokemon
Snap. But it was confirmed. Haven't you seen the trailer?
Oh my god.
That's incredible.
Dude. They're really going for everything.
Yeah. It's coming out in a couple of months.
Oh my god. Now the real question. Have you seen the other trailer of Pokemon? The Pokemon Arceus or Arceus, I don't know the right way to say the name.
Yeah, the Arceus something, the open world one.
I need that shit. I probably gonna skip the Pokemon Pearl despite it's my childhood and buy that one.
Like, yeah, because like the Diamond and Pearl, it's nothing new. It's just flashier graphics, some new Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. But the open world thing, that sounds amazing. And to be honest, what Ben was saying earlier, like, it's a remake of the game. It's like Pokemon doesn't need to change anything with like what it's doing gameplay wise too much. Like, I feel like Pokemon's just been stale for way too long. Like, once you've played one game, you kind of have played them all. Like, there's more Pokemon, there's gyms, and there's a new story. But I kind of want something fresh and new, and an open world one. That would be amazing.
I think the key word for Pokemon is the spin-offs.
Yeah.
Because we know and everyone loves the main line of games, which it's RPG. You have 6 Pokemons, 4 attacks each, and that's gonna be it. That is not gonna change. They can add Mega Evolutions. They're gonna take off and do it Mix Max or whatever it's called in Pokemon Sword and Shield, I don't remember. Which is the same thing, but they become Titans, and I don't know, they could appear like in a spin-off from Attack on Titan. And
God, is that why they did it?
Maybe. I still hate it. I love the Mega Evolutions, but I didn't like the Mega Max whatever it's called thing.
Yeah, I just made the connection. I wonder if there's a genuine theory out there. I wonder if there's a couple of videos of some people putting the opening theme song from the first series of Attack on Titan to a Pokemon going through Dynamax. Go slow, bro! Pew! Da, 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 da.
I might not Pikachu. Pikachu.
Exactly.
I'm actually googling this.
You're gonna check
Attack on Dynamax Pokemons is the first thing that came up.
Yes.
Have a look.
Oh, it's called Dynamax. I didn't even remember it was called like that.
Oh, it's all the same, isn't it?
Okay, I'll link you guys this video later. It's pretty.
Yeah.
We'll watch it later on. Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, I guess I just hearing what you said earlier, Qays. I'm certainly not advocating for Pokemon doesn't need to change. It was good once, and it needs to stick to what it did good. It's more, I guess, they are. How can I put it? So far, in my opinion, with the most recent generations of games, they've been. I agree. I feel like they've been sticking with the things that need to change, and they've been changing things which didn't need to change. I personally, I don't know. I guess Pokemon contests. A lot of people rave about the Pokemon contests, and I never found them that interesting personally. But even the combat, I'm not so sure. I don't know actually. I will say that my favorite change came with the 3rd generation, which was the addition of abilities. So things like Guts or Pickup, or that was like, oh yes, this adds another level of depth. I'd love for them to change the series to be more RPG focused. That's an I can't think of. Maybe I don't play enough games. I can't think of any other game that has that mechanic to it, the ability mechanic. And I feel like more needs to. I want to see more like that, less like put a bow on my Pokemon's head, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is there's lots of things for everyone. Like, I kind of enjoyed contests. It definitely wasn't my main thing that I wanted to do.
Sure.
But like, say once I finished Pokemon Ruby, I'll go through a few contests. Get those.
Yeah. You would.
I know a few people who did like it, but yeah, the battling was the main thing for me. When they had abilities, when they got the physical special split in the 4th generation, those are cool things. Like Pabs and Mega Evolutions, they were cool. Wasn't a big fan of Z moves or Gigantamax. I mean, didn't play much Gigantamax, but some more gameplay kind of things. So like, keep the whole kind of gameplay thing roughly the same, but add some things which aren't just quirks, because like Z moves are just quirks. Or
it's a gimmick.
Gigantamax is a quirk. It's not really too special, but some changes would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think they add things like terrains and things every.
Terrain actually. That's a good shout.
That's quite interesting. So they do add things. It's just a bit slow. And like, I think, what was it, Pab? So about the spin-offs, like that's big. Like Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah,
is probably one of my favorite Pokemon games.
Agreed. It's
just a good one.
After the main line, of course, because I think the main line is everyone's most played games of Pokemon, I guess. I forgot already the name of the other spin-off you just say right now.
Mystery Dungeon?
Yeah, Mystery Dungeon. My Spanish is trying to say it in Spanish because it's a childhood game for me as well.
What is it?
Pokemon y... Oh, fuck's sake, now I don't remember.
When you're trying to do the English, you think the Spanish. When you're trying to do the Spanish, you think of the English.
I know Pokemon Rangers was a thing, very briefly.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was fun. It wasn't as fun as Mystery Dungeon in my opinion, but it was a good kind of like break away from the games because it's completely different gameplay.
It's because I think the thing they didn't get it right is everyone is used to the Pokeballs, the concept of the Pokeball. You catch the Pokemon and it's yours, but you need to give the idea to a kid. It's like, okay, forget about the Pokeballs. Now you have a fucking Beyblade, and now and now. Listen up, you little shit kid. You're not gonna capture them. It's not your shit. You're gonna have it for a time until it's useful for you. And you release the Pokemon. And me as a kid is like, fuck that. I want the Pokemon in my team. I don't want to release it. And that's why I think it wasn't successful.
Yeah, I definitely felt that the same. Like I thought it was cool just having the Pokemon follow you around to some extent and getting them to interact with the environment that you're in. That was cool. But yeah, having to say goodbye and releasing the Pokemon, that was painful.
I agree. It's amazing to have a Pokemon follow you. Yeah, that's why the remakes for Golden and Silver were one of my favorites, because you can have actually Rayquaza following you everywhere. It's like, do you know how cool is that? When you're a kid, like, dude, I have this fucking cool Pokemon and nobody's gonna say shit. But now you cannot do that.
I have to admit, what was it? They did Pokemon. They did a remake of Red and Blue for the Switch, which you pick either a Pikachu or an Eevee.
Oh yeah,
is it Pokemon Let's Go? Right? Is that it? Pokemon Let's Go?
And they did that with the captures.
Yeah, I played that and I thought it was fine. It was very much treading the same ground again. There's some interesting bits to it, but I got bored of it quite quickly. But I have to admit, favorite bit is having certain Pokemon that you can catch or trade or have in your party that you can ride around. Like getting on the back of an Arcanine and just zooming about all over the place. Yes, my son. Play it for that alone. I don't care what else I don't care about a Pokemon League. The moment I got that Pokemon, that's all I did. I just ran around everywhere, being able to cross from one end of Kanto to the other in seconds. Beautiful. Worth it.
One thing I just think of is like, if I'd given like 7-year-old Qays that game, that would have blown his mind.
Right?
Like that's all you want, Just rush around on an Arcanine and like.
Yeah. Oh,
it really has come a long way, Pokemon. It's pretty cool.
We're talking about like you talked about Pokemon Rangers or whatever, where it's like screw Pokeballs. Here's a spinning top or whatever. I like the idea. Here's a premise for a Pokemon game I would love to play, which is a prehistoric Pokemon game. So there are no Pokeballs, and you're probably one of the first people to discover that you can form relationships with Pokemon, and you can have a sort of where they imagine, I don't know, just not knowing anything about these wild creatures, and you almost fear them, and yet you develop some sort of relationship with a Machamp or something, and he helps you build some stuff, which then, I don't know, contributes towards, think Pokemon and Dr. Stone combined.
Oh, that sounds great.
I'd play that.
I'm about to destroy your argument.
Well, okay.
Pabs are coming in.
Smashing my dream.
In a library from the 4th generation, they say the humans and Pokemon were that similar. In the past, you couldn't distinguish between human and Pokemon. So, or Pokemons were humans or humans were Pokemons. I'm not gonna get into that conversation because in the games they didn't say nothing on specific. But if your theory or what you propose right now is based on the past, it's impossible because we will be able to communicate with them and coexisting without having any type of mechanism to capture them. But if it's a post-apocalyptic one in the future, it's possible. So
True. I mean, there's a few ways to get around this, classic kind of fantasy ways of going around it. Number one way to get around it is parallel worlds. Let's just make it a parallel world.
Yeah.
All problems are immediately solved. Or number two, we can have like a post-apocalyptic Pokemon thing, like similar to Dr. Stone, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Big like a disaster befalls it. We have to recreate society where you have a Machamp as your friend. Like that'd be cool.
I'd love to
have like the ancient ruins of like past like cities, the Pokemon world. Make an open world thing, some mysteries, like Fallout kind of like survivor camps and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that sounds dope.
That'd be
cool. That's a question actually, because we're talking about Deoxys here. How many of you, when playing the original games on your, on your DS or your Game Boy or whatever, when it came to the special Pokemon that don't exist in game but are given away?
Event Pokemons?
Sorry?
Event Pokemons, you mean?
Yeah, those. Who here actually gave a shit about them?
Never got one. Yeah.
Never got one. How about you, Pabs?
Unfortunately, I got one, but I like it, and it was the most useless Pokemon. It's how it's called? Shiny? One second.
Oh, wow.
The thing, it looks like a bus.
It looks like
a bus.
No, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Which generation? And what type?
4th generation plant is legendary, which is so small.
Shaman,
yeah.
Oh, the dopey hedgehog thing.
Yeah.
Was it the flying form or the just?
It was the first event of the two, because the first event they give you the Pokemon, and the other one give you like, wasn't like a store or an item. It transformed the Pokemon to the Sky version.
I see.
Or something like that. I don't remember, but I know I got that one. I have a friend in the one I mentioned before, because he had basically he had the original games, but he had rooms in a pirate card. So basically he had the event of Arceus, which that never happened because they didn't release the event for that. So the motherfucker had an entire PC, I don't know how it's called in English, PC,
the box
slot,
the PC.
full of Arceus. He's like, motherfucker, give me one.
See? I mean, it completely devalues them as well. I don't know.
But for me, Darkrai was better.
Yeah,
Darkrai was cool. Yeah, I think everyone could agree. Darkrai was up.
Sadly, it's one of the most weakest legendary Pokemons.
Oh, Darkrai, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, Dark Void was a pretty OP attack.
Yeah, but because you have an OP attack doesn't mean your stats are OP.
No, but it had a pretty good base speed. Dark Void in VGC, I'm pretty sure it must have done well in VGC.
Probably.
Oh wow!
I don't know.
Darkrai.
I think
so. You probably played competitive then.
Actually, that's one question I'll ask you. Like, are you guys more interested in the story elements and like the mythology and all the lore and stuff, or the competitive elements? Because I kind of stopped going on with the stories of Pokemon, but I kept going with competitive. So like have a game of Pokemon Showdown from time to time or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of kept up with all the games in terms of competitive elements of what is in the gameplay mechanics and all like the final evolutions of all the Pokemons, but not really with the kind of younger ones and the stories.
I care more about the story and lore than the competitive aspect of Pokemon. But having said that, there's not really much lore and story to Pokemon in a way. Like the canon is very murky, especially from game to game to game to game. Like generation to generation, there's always something that says, "Hi, welcome to the world of Pokemon. Things are a little bit different than last time, so you might want to ignore whatever you saw there." I don't know. So like there was obviously like Pokemon Gold and Silver, they were very definitely sequels to the first game. They matched. There was like a year time skip. You got to battle Red in the end if you wanted to. But every other game after that, there was a slight disconnect, and it feels like I don't know, with every other lands they introduce, I feel less like this is a cohesive world, so to speak.
They are more standalone games more than a continuous story.
But I mean, I guess it's less about the. So I don't know. I would love to play. I would really go back to Pokemon games if I felt they had done something to make the story worth reading about, worth playing. I would like to play a Pokemon game where you raise a party of Pokemon to take you from gym to gym or town to town in order to find out more or to solve a great mystery or to progress the plot, because otherwise you don't really do that in the Pokemon games, especially because they're easier now, so you just complete them pretty easily. You play against the Pokemon League and you beat them in one go, then you face someone on competitive online and get trashed with that team that is supposedly the one that keeps the Pokemon League.
If you have an EV trained or IV trained, like, you're done.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, who does that when I don't know, when you're a kid and you play Pokemon, you just toss a Pokeball at it and you go, oh yeah, this is going to be the best Zubat there ever was.
and that's why, kids, Dito is important.
Yeah.
Hey, we should do a challenge at some point. We should get on Showdown, make a team, and battle.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm game for that.
You could either get OU, VGC rules, but just choose, or we could just choose our favorite Pokemon and just have at it.
I'd love to. I mean, all my favorite Pokemon pretty much belong in underused rather than overused, so I'm going to get trashed either way, but still, yeah, I'd totally love to do that.
Who are your favorites, actually? I'm interested to find out what. It's screw anime 3x3s, Pokemon 3x3s.
Yeah,
good idea.
What type are you?
What type am I?
If you had to be a gym leader, what type?
Oh my god! Oh, this fluctuates all the time, but I have a soft spot for the crappy ones like Bug and Ghost. So
don't forget about Poison.
No, there hasn't. I've seen lots of theories of why there is, but I don't know why exactly.
There is the lead dark type, but I think there is not any gym dark type.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I think even the Elite Four, who was a dark type one in the second generation.
Claire.
She didn't actually use a lot of dark. I think she had Umbreon. And I don't know if she had a Sneasel or not, but I think she used a lot of poison types with or ghost types as well. She had a Vileplume, I think, and maybe an Arbok or something as well. I'm not sure. Gold Battle, something poison.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Claire was great, actually. I like Claire a lot. She had a quote in the second game after you beat her or something, which is something along the lines of "strong or weak, none of this matters. Trainers should try to win with their favorites."
Yeah. I like Claire.
Yeah. Or maybe it wasn't Claire. No, Claire's the dragon type gym leader, the 8th one in the second generation. What's her name then? It's not Claire. It's something else.
No idea right now.
What's Karen? Yes, I think it's Karen. Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucking ironic, that name now.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh no! She's a Karen.
Nah, she's not a Karen.
She's not a Karen. We hope she's not a Karen.
We hope.
Can you imagine? She's so Karen.
So Pabs, what's your gym leader? What would you be a gym leader of type-wise? I'm curious to know everybody.
Psychic, because most of my favorite Pokemons have Psych type, so like Metagross, Gardevoir, Gallade, what more?
Metagross is
fair enough.
Metagross. I love Metagross.
But do you know what? The only reason why I don't play Metang is because Metagross is way better than Metang, but I prefer Metang.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, of how it looks, I prefer Metang way more than Metagross.
I mean, I do like Metang as well, but Metagross, especially when you see it's shiny as well, and and just because third generation was my favorite, and when you get that Beldum at the end, and you have to really train it up because just knowing takedown is annoying.
Yeah, Beldum is kind of shit.
Yeah. Oh, Metagross is so cool.
Beldum was a better Magikarp in a way, because Magikarp having Splash and just Tackle or Flail up until level 20, back in Red and Blue, yes, it was a hard thing to train up. But nowadays, if you want an easy enough ride, all you need to do is just swap in a Magikarp every now and then. Suddenly it's Gyarados, boom, you win all the time. Beldum was a lot more of a challenge to train.
Yeah.
And what level did it evolve to Metang?
That's a good point.
Either 25 or 30.
Special. Yeah, I think it was less. I think it was about the 20s. Not sure though. Let's have a look. I haven't been in Cerebi for ages.
Oh my god! Now that takes me back. My god!
It evolves to at Metang at level 20, and Metagross at level 45.
That's actually pretty reasonable considering pseudo legendaries these days. You have to level it up to level 65 for it to reach its final form.
Something like Hydreigon is crazy.
Yeah, but that happened in the 5th generation. Like they had really crazy numbers for evolutions.
Yeah. The 5th is black and white. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite generations. Honestly, I feel like they did a lot right with it.
Guess who has to finish the fucking Nuzlocke of that?
So you've right, yeah.
I need to do it eventually. I haven't doing this last 2 weeks because I was starting these 2 courses I'm doing, so
Sure, of course.
I was kind of busy.
That's the reason why.
But definitely I want to come back because I need to revenge the Spanish Inquisition.
That was literally your key guy. What was it? The Panseer you needed from first gem.
The flying monkey.
To abide from a Patrat. I think Bide is just the most annoying move for a Nuzlocke.
How so? Explain.
I mean, so you know how Bide works, right?
Sorry? Yeah.
You know how Bide works. So you have the 2 turns of charging, then it unleashes the energy, which does twice the amount of. It does hit point damage of twice the amount of the hit points that the Pokemon lost.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so if you accidentally do a crit on a Pokemon, and then your next attack, so it goes over halfway, and your next attack won't actually knock it out.
Yeah.
Then you've got a guaranteed 3rd turn where the Pokemon will unleash the energy, which will pretty much just knock out one of your Pokemon. So it's just choosing time. Like, who in the team is gone, essentially.
Yeah. I do love the idea that you make a critical hit and you go, no, why?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Pokemon's meanwhile like I got a real good hit in. What are you talking about? Just let me do my thing. He's biding. He's not going to attack me.
and it hits you back so hard it kills your Pokemon and you from the hit.
Oh right, he's over. It flows over.
Yeah.
It's like a white mushroom cloud, and there's just no noise. There's just faded lines where you used to be.
That battle. Do you want to recreate Hiroshima?
Never forget that. I am really keen to do a 3x3 of favorite Pokemon though. I'll be working on that later.
Just as spoilers for now. Like, what are it doesn't have to be a favorite Pokemon, but like any choice picks.
First that comes to mind is always Slacking.
Interesting.
Because he's garbage, but he is super hot garbage.
He's thick. Wasn't he?
Wait, no. I feel like this is misconstrued. I don't mean that kind of hot garbage. I mean,
I didn't think of it in that way at all.
I felt like Pabs thought of it in that way, but no. I just feel like it's like, okay, Slacking, do your worst. Righty ho, poo. That's it. KO. Next turn. Nah, I'm good, bro.
I was kidding, mate. Relax.
Okay.
As soon as I saw Slacking's I think base stats was 670, which is basically like Kyogre or Groudon. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
But he has one of the best abilities to counter that.
Yes.
Best ability.
I always dreamt of a combo move where you'd have Coffrageous's mummy ability, and then tie that in with Slacking somehow so that somebody else gets it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That'd be quite cool.
Comboing to try and make Slacking work was one of my obsessions as a youth.
Did you actually try it? Like,
sort of here and there. I never got too deep. I never got deep enough to do it, but I don't know. If I could turn back time, I certainly would.
I'll be down. Where we have our battle.
Yeah.
Put a slacking in. Make it work. If you actually get a KO over slacking.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you guys?
I already mentioned 3, so if Qays wants to mention...
Qays, yeah.
I mean, I'm super basic. And I'm proud that I'm super basic. So I think you already know what
Pikachu.
Sorry?
Charmander? Charizard?
I was going to say maybe Charizard.
I mean, there's just no better Pokemon than Charizard. Charizard... Okay, I think the thing that got me back into Pokemon, not gonna lie, I stopped for ages, I think, from about Diamond and Pearl and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't replay anything until I stopped that fateful day when I saw Charizard X Mega Evolution.
Really?
What the hell? What has happened to Pokemon? It was like, I just saw, I think it was like Pokemon Generations or something like that, the anime that came out, right?
Yeah.
Where they had a really cool kind of like redo or like animation of the red and blue games.
Yeah.
And I think in that, he fought a Mewtwo or something, and then the Charizard like mega evolved. I have no idea what mega evolution was. Damn, this is sick. Came out as a black Charizard with blue fire, which I then found was a fire dragon type.
Yeah.
Like, that was just with good animation, Pokemon with a good animation in a fight scene against a Mewtwo with red. Like, that just blew my mind. I was like, fuck, I need to play this game. I actually bought, I think, Pokemon X or Y, like, because of that. That was insane. Like, Charizard's just great.
Probably one of the
But otherwise,
games.
like, I think Houndoom. I really like Houndoom. I
right.
really like Swellow and Magneton. Swellow and Magneton were because the first game I properly finished was Pokemon Ruby.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I chose Trico as my starter. And I kept it in my kind of team. But Swellow and Magneton became my favorite Pokemon. They were my first ones to level 100 and stuff like that. And
wow.
They swept through everything. So they have always been my favorites.
Now you mentioned level 100. I remember the 2 first Pokemon I ever leveled up 100, which was in Pokemon Platinum, Latias level 100, who I took it from Pokemon Emerald. Because back then you could, I don't know if it's still a thing, you could take the Pokemon from the previous generations to the actual generation. And my second one was Giratina, which it scared the shit out of me the first time I found it.
Really go for those legendaries.
Yeah.
That's cool. Latias and Giratina. Would you say they're still some of your favorites, or?
Latias, definitely. I love Latias because the film.
I haven't seen that film.
No.
I've heard it's good though.
I think I cried in that film the last time I watched it. Like with Makia. Let's not talk about Makia this podcast, please.
No crying on this podcast.
Oh, plenty of crying on this podcast for variable reasons.
We'll save a specific episode maybe to just let all our tears.
Oh God. We're gonna be some. Yeah, it's gonna go far too hard. Like we're just gonna start confessing shit to each other that we've not even told ourselves properly. You know.
It's true. We discover things. You know, deep within locked away under padlock, key, door bolt.
Can we do a streaming talking about Shigatsuwa Kimi no Uso, Anohana, Makia, the film of Pokemon Latias, everything related to any sad Angel Beats, Clannad.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, you guys can talk about Clannad. I can listen to you and judge you because I've not seen Clannad.
Me neither.
Still not seen.
I need to watch it though.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I just mentioned Clannad because I know there is like sad parts on it.
You can't. You weren't there, man. You can't talk about things that you weren't there. Right? You don't understand.
Yeah, I refuse to. Don't worry.
Excuse us, princess.
Correct. You're using my proper title. The respect.
Princess Qays.
Yeah, I'm down. Put it on the list. Let's watch it at some point.
What, Clanad?
I mean, I was thinking the Latias film, but Clanad.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to.
You guys need to watch it. This is unrelated, maybe not to the podcast. We could put this out, but I think at some point it'd be nice to keep going, similar to Attack on Titan, and watching that all together. It'd be good to kind of watch like a show regularly, like a week-on-week thing. We could definitely go through a past show, and Clanad could be a good one. I'm not sure.
We could do that, like just choose a anime to watch, talk in the podcast about it, a part of any random topics we talk about.
True. For example,
I was thinking Toradora, gosh.
One thing before we go into it, going back to Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's, I think recently, I don't know who released it. I think it's just the Pokemon company in general. Released kind of a series of mini shorts called Pokemon Twilight Wings. Have you guys heard that?
No idea.
No.
It's on YouTube and it's worth a watch. The animation quality is really nice. They're just little kind of vignettes of different people's lives in kind of the Sword and Shield world, I believe. So I don't really know any of the characters. And it's really fun. It's really nice. Definitely worth to watch. Very quick.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
beautiful bonds between Pokemon and people.
I will have a look at it, definitely.
And I think there's another clip that came out last year called Gacha or something like that. It's like a short music video, I think, by some big band. I can't remember who it was. It's just like a kind of AMV-ish kind of thing for Pokemon. Yeah. Well, not AMV because they made all the animation themselves, but it's really cool.
But they had that feeling, yeah.
Yeah, I had that feeling.
No, I'll take a look. I've genuinely not heard of that series. But it does look, just from a glimpse I've seen, it looks like my kind of thing. It looks like the kind of thing I'd put on a Sunday night just before having to turn in to face the week ahead. Just to chill me out before going to sleep. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's good, like, that Pokemon kind of never stops giving,
Yeah.
Like, you think, like, a long time ago, I'm too old for Pokemon. I don't need it in my life anymore. But nah,
it's 25
there's always
years
a chance
old,
for Pokemon in your life.
It's 25 years old, fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
How did you guys get into Pokemon, by the way?
For me, it was a kid I knew at school who just was ahead of the curve. He was from Germany, and it was a bigger thing in Germany before it hit Malta, where I grew up. And he just showed me the way. Like, he actually was very creative type, and he would do loads of drawings, and he would save I don't know, he had a game that he'd made up where it's effectively like marbles, but you'd use you would have little drawings of Pokemon that were your favorites. So I had a Graveler, I think, at one point, and he had a Poliwhirl, and he'd place the drawing inside like a Pringles lid or something and have it down on the floor, and he would have attacks, like drawn pieces of rock for my Graveler and water droplets for, Hydro Pump and stuff, attached to paper clips. And he'd flick them so as to be able to try and hit the Graveler across the way, and I'd have to flick them back to try and hit his Poliwhirl. So already before I even played the games, this was a year before the Red and Blue games, I had some understanding and some idea, because, with just those drawings and your 10-year-old imagination, you're like, wow, this is actually happening in real life. My favorite Pokemon is battling theirs. So that's how I got my start, which was just, I watched some of the show on TV when it was on, and me and my friend would talk about it a lot. It was this, I suppose the answer to the question, because I'm going way too in depth, is that it was one of the first instances of world building I think I was kind of subjected to, or subjected myself to as a child. It was just all like, there's 150 of these creatures, and I'm just thinking about what I could do with one. What?
That is also, like, honestly, that game sounded really fun. Like,
it was great as a kid, and this guy who was, real creative type. I don't talk to him anymore. Like, we've long since lost touch. But he showed me a lot about what could be done with drawing, and just even a very basic idea of game design, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In my case, I I don't remember the exact point when I first remember, but one of my first how to say remembers. I don't know if that's the right word to say. Memories, yeah. Memories is in general, not just Pokemon. In general, is from when I was 4 or 5 years old. I remember this friend I mentioned before. It's Mario, which is the friend we were talking Pokemon about. He's playing Pokemon Emerald, I think. He was playing it, and it's like, oh shit, ma'am, I need this shit now. Because, and the first Pokemon I remember ever is Nosepass.
Okay.
Nosepass is pretty cool.
Because I had that trauma from the first gym leader.
Oh god.
It's like, please, I want to defeat you, but I chose the Fire-type Pokemon, and I want to cry.
Oh.
Then it evolved into Gobusk, and I destroyed with a double kick, I think.
Yeah.
It was just me, or the second gym leader in Pokemon Emerald was fucking hard.
Yeah. Brawly is pretty tough. Like, that Vital Throw off the Makahito is like legit something to worry about.
Yeah, definitely. Vital Throw was a great move. I love that move.
I hate that move. Many Nuzlockes. Many Pokemon died from Vital Throw.
Oh, now see, we're talking about hard gym leaders. I do love this meme because I think it's accurate that Whitney, the third gym leader of Gold and Silver, just trashes your party completely because you've got some sort of accrued 200 attack power rollout or whatever.
Yeah. Ironically, I think I found Whitney fine in all my playthroughs of Gold and Silver. I never really got the meme. There are definitely gym leaders I thought were tough. Like Brawly, I thought were tough. And Winona, which is the 6th gym leader from
really?
Like Ruby. I think that her Altaria always destroyed me. But I think it depends on which Pokemon were your favorites. Because like I'd pretty much always choose the same team going through. I'll try to choose different ones, but I'd always like, nah, just these are my favorite. So if your favorite Pokemon kind of as a team are fine against gym leader, you're just.
So, which is your waifu from gym leaders?
Which is your gym leader waifu?
Or elite?
I mean, do we include champions? Because that's a big...
Or champions? Because I know you're gonna choose Cynthia.
Yeah. I like a strong, independent woman who could destroy anyone with a Garchomp. Like, those are my checkboxes.
Which one was Cynthia? Remind me.
I'll send you a video.
The boss of the
is
champion from the 4th generation, yeah.
Yeah, she was fine. I feel like a lot of people really like Cynthia for Pokemon, but I thought she was okay. She was kind of forgettable in my head. Maybe, don't hate me, just it's my opinion.
Oh no, you can't hate people who just can't appreciate good things.
I think I'm gonna censor that because they're gonna boycott the podcast or something like that. Because it's like the overall favorite, one of the favorite characters for people, I think.
Who's this?
Cynthia from...
Yeah.
For me...
Oh, is that why Cynthia did this?
Do you remember now who is?
I saw Cynthia in the list. I didn't realize that was referring to Pokemon.
I just read random names of waifus, so...
I was wondering. You actually explained this earlier on in the chat, and I just don't remember because I have the memory of the goldfish, so my bad.
Well, we are competing now who has the biggest monkey brain of us.
Probably me.
Nah.
It'll keep swinging it like a pendulum. But I'm actually just thinking back. I think I actually probably did have a waifu when I was like watching the TV back in the day. I think May was actually a crush.
Yeah, I think May at some point was the crush of everyone of that age.
Yeah. I don't know why. Looking back, like there's nothing really that special about her. She's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, she's very standard in every aspect. Like I don't know. For me, one of my favorite ones is I don't remember how it's called, from Pokemon White, but I think it was Pokemon White and Black too. The Poison. Team leader.
Okay.
Like Roxy.
Yeah, that one. I just think the aesthetics of her is just amazing.
Yeah, she's cool.
One of the guitar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's pretty cool, and I think she's probably the first Pokemon, human being who actually says something, because she's singing in the game, isn't she? P-K.
Yeah.
I love that. Pokemon. That was cute. That was really cute. Yeah, she's pretty cool.
And then you destroy her. Because she was kind of weak. No gonna lie.
Yeah. Do I have a favorite gym leader or champion? Or, waifu, if you know what I mean, I guess. I think... I don't know. It's not really something I've super thought about. I did like Karen quite a bit back in the day. But I suppose I always thought I don't know her name either. See, this is it. It proves that she's not my waifu if I don't know their name. But I had a bit of a soft spot for the third generation Pokemon League trainer, the ghost type one. Basically with the Hawaiian hula looking girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is her name Phoebe?
Phoebe, yeah.
Oh, there you go. She's even got a cute name. Perfect.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Her dust annoying.
I take that and I give you the fourth gym leader, the fire type, which I don't remember.
Flannery.
Yeah, Flannery was cute, I have to admit.
She was cool.
The sort of awkwardness of, hey, you, dude, I've inherited my gym from my grandpa, so you better watch out. Yeah.
She's the type that don't really say baka.
Yes, yeah.
At the end of everything you were saying, like I would just imagine baka just being like thrown in as a tagline.
It's true. She's the Chizuru from Pokemon.
Now, I think I've not heard how Qays got into Pokemon, because I think I told a shortish story and then Pabs told his story. What about you, Qays? How did you get into Pokemon?
This is actually quite relevant today, because today was actually my dad's birthday.
All right. Yes, of course.
And so I was just on the phone to him, and he's got like a few boxes from my room that he wanted to unpack, and they were our Pokemon cards from when I was a kid.
Oh, cool.
And so yeah, that's how I got into it. My dad actually, I think when I was very young, I think I might be 3 or 4. My dad kind of brought back, I think, the Pokemon TCG trading card game, like base deck. Where it's like this, I think the deck with I think it had Charmeleon and Machoke in it, and like it had 60 cards, but you split them into 2 sets of 30 cards to play the game.
Yeah.
And when usually I think you have 60 cards each, and yeah, we would play that, and then my obsession just grew from that. I just started collecting all of the Pokemon cards and everything like that. So the first thing I knew of Pokemon was Pokemon cards, in a completely isolated from my friends, just talking with my dad. Didn't actually know anyone else who knew
really
Pokemon.
Cool.
But then afterwards, like people started like trading them at school, and I was already ahead of the curve at that point. I had loads, and I knew how to like swindle good Pokemon cards off other people. So for example, I think one of my friends had like a shiny Aerodactyl, and I traded him for a Bulbasaur. And I think I went back to tell my mum, and my mum was like, "That's really bad, Qays. Like, you shouldn't have done that." It's like he didn't know what he was talking about, and he agreed to it. He said it was fine, therefore it's fine, Mum. Just like, no, that's not the point, Qays. I remember
and you
conversation with Mum and defending myself.
And you told your mum, but Mum, stonks.
Well, yeah. Qays flush with Pokemon cards, gelled hair, going, "Mum, a deal is a deal is a deal is a deal."
He signed a contract.
Yeah.
His liver is mine. Like, but yeah, so I played all of the card games, got really obsessed with that. Even had the Game Boy. My first Pokemon game, I think, was actually the Game Boy trading card game.
Oh, that was good.
Game Boy Color. That was really fun, yeah. And then I got into the games. I think first time I played like Ruby, and that was just insane. And I think I made a lot of my friends like through like you like Pokemon? I like Pokemon. We're friends now, and we just like go back to like one of our houses and just do a sleepover and spend all night like grinding. And I remember the first time I actually beat the Pokemon League. It was me and my friend. We were both kind of grinding the Pokemon League together because our Pokemon were kind of underleveled, or actually they probably weren't that bad. We probably just had like terrible moves and terrible tactics. Because I think I just had Hyper Beam and everything. Like biggest point, numbers the better. And so we're just grinding together, and like I finally beat the Elite Four, and that was probably one of the biggest achievements of my life, I think. Yeah. That first time it felt amazing. But yeah, that's kind of Pokemon.
Well, now you mentioned like if that has higher numbers, it's gonna be better. I had something similar because my 5-6 year underdeveloped brain was thinking, okay, if this Pokemon is grass in English, grass type.
Yeah.
Of course, the best attacks for this Pokemon is grass type. So I'm gonna put 4 grass type moves on the Pokemon. Yeah. Which is the worst thing you can do in Pokemon. I mean, it's like, why am I losing?
But you learn these lessons. I mean, oh god, I remember. Oh my god! I mean, when you play the regular games for the first time, I mean, it's common knowledge now which types affect which, and type advantage, and it makes sense. As a kid, I was convinced that just because water conducts electricity, I was like, yeah, water beats electric. I'm going to use that against Lieutenant Surge, and I won. So I was convinced from that point on until it was too late, like a couple of games later, that water is in fact very weak to electricity, Ben, you moron.
Meanwhile, the other trainer, I'm about to destroy this kid's entire career.
Yeah, God.
You destroyed him. I always love how you're just like a 10-year-old kid and you're just sweeping the world, literally overnight in a matter of like 20 hours or something. You just got your first Pokemon, boom, you're the champion of the region.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like 70-year-olds even who have like done their whole life of training these.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Can you imagine the champion? Because I guess the champions more or less are on his or her 30s around. Most of them.
Yes.
Can you imagine being destroyed by that kid of 10 years when you were been training all your entire life, become the champion, and then just, well, shit happens. Sorry, this kid is not the champion.
Yeah.
Which in the 5th generation wasn't that bad because apparently they were teenagers, so it was more in 14, 15 years old.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's true. Like, I'm 11 years old and I'm the best at this thing.
Yeah. But at least in the 5th generation, it's like, okay, they are young, but they could be like a really talented people. Yeah, so I can see that. But if you're 10 or 11 years old, doesn't matter how good you are. Just because the other people have experience, they're gonna beat you.
Yeah. But not if you catch Arceus. The god of everything.
Onyx, I choose you. You'll never beat my rock snake. I'm going to use the god Pokemon. I think I'll be all right.
Arceus clicks. Onyx never existed.
One question: if it's supposedly we're gonna speak is Arceus is the god of Pokemon. Why are this positive made by the humankind is capable to capture one of the strongest, if not the strong, Pokemon. Period. Because in the games it seems way weaker than what it is, but in the films it's like don't even dare to fight it because you're gonna lose.
Yeah, this is why I'm both interested and not that invested in the lore of the games, because the moment you're basically able to capture God and use it in your quest to be the very best like no one ever was, it's like all credibility is out the window. That's it.
Yeah.
And also, there is an event in the 5th generation which Arceus can literally make from nothing one Giratina, one Palkia, or one Dialga.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's in a cave of with unknowns. Unknowns is the Pokemon.
Yeah.
The shape letter ones.
Yeah, I like the unknowns. They're cute.
I got all of them in the 4th generation.
Yeah.
Because if you got all the letters, you unlock the exclamation and interrogation mark unknowns. So it's like, I need them.
This reminds me of another reason why my dad is one of the coolest dads. I used to write letters to him in unknown.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh god.
He did something where you could get a computer font for unknowns, and we used to type letters to each other in unknown.
Oh, I need that font.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now.
Me too.
Yeah, all of my messages from now on are all gonna be.
Yeah, we're gonna speak in the group with unknown font, and everyone is like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Oh, I love that so much. That was such a cute little thing in Gold and Silver as well. Just decoding things using unknown alphabet. I love that aspect of video games, really.
And when you needed to capture in the 3rd generation the 3 Regis, you actually had to read on unknown to know what's going on.
Oh no, you needed to. Yeah, that was really interesting because Braille. You have to start to learn Braille, don't you? And at the time, I had no concept. I had no idea that Braille was a language that blind people use. So it just, I thought like, oh, this is a made-up language that Pokemon did. Cool.
Wasn't it a mix of both, like Braille and unknown?
I think it was just Braille. I think.
Really?
Think so.
Not sure.
I'm gonna have a look at that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I did like the Regis. I think the Regis are probably my favorite of the legendary trios out there. There's mystery to them that I quite liked, like the idea that they're possibly man-made, they're golems, they've got that sort of Jewish golem aspect thing to them that I found really fascinating and interesting. Locked away as well because possibly too powerful. I don't know, artificial Pokemon in a way. That's fun. I liked that.
Ben,
cool too.
Sorry, Ben, you're right. It's Braille. I thought it was unknown. Sorry.
No, you're right.
Well, I don't think. Have you seen the new Regis?
Yeah, there are some new ones, aren't there?
Reggie Alecki and Reggie Draco, I think.
The red one.
I like the previous ones because I thought the rock, ice, steel kind of materials.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to warm up to the other ones at some point eventually. I'm just thinking for nostalgia eyes, but immediately I just don't feel like they fit.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'm on the fence about them. I look at them and I go, kind of cool because, you're Regis and I love the Regis, but you're also, I'm in the same ballpark. I'm in the same camp as you, Qays. I'm not really sure how I feel.
Like if it's Reggie Wood, which is a grass type, or Reggie Magma, or fire type, that would be sick.
I would love a wood. Yeah, if they did a grass type of Reggie and it was like a wood one, I'd be so down for that.
They should do with the race like they done with the EV evolutions, but with legendaries, but properly done.
Evolutions are cool.
Yeah, definitely.
There is none of them. I say I don't like this one. Even if I like it less or more, I like all of them.
Yeah, there's none that I hate. I think Umbreon was always my favorite, just because I don't know.
Yeah,
I like Umbreon and Jolteon because it's spiky. I like cool spiky things and dragons.
To be a fan of Umbreon is to know true suffering because Umbreon's move pool is very limited.
God,
it's just like. You're like, yeah, I've got a badass dark type. What dark moves does it know? Absolutely nothing. Fuck.
It's a tank, though. Give it wish, protect, toxic. If something's not prepared,
And I really liked. I don't know if people here played Pokemon Colosseum on the GameCube.
I wish. I literally dreamt of playing Pokemon Colosseum.
Oh, dude. I don't know if I still have it because I've got a GameCube, but I think I sold Colosseum. I would have, if I'd have known prior to selling, I'd have been like, here, take it. Live the life you want to live.
I played the inferior version of the Wii, which I don't remember how it's called, but it's the same kind of thing.
All right.
It was shit.
Oh. I really liked Colosseum. I thought it was a very, I don't know, Colosseum had a better story in my opinion. It was difficult, like it was genuinely very difficult because there was no after game, if you know what I mean. You don't train up all the rest of them and catch them and play against people online. It was just one story, and yeah, and I don't know. I like the characters. Like there's one boss called Mirror B, who's a disco nut and has got a massive Pokeball shaped afro, and he dances all the time. And his two main Pokemon are two Ludicolo's, which I love. So there's always samba music playing as well when you fight him. And the fact that your two main starters are both Espeon and Umbreon, I don't know. Pokemon Colosseum had so much going for it in a good way.
And do you remember, guys? I never played, but I saw it when I got my Pokemon Emerald back then. Pokemon XD with the Dark Logia.
Yeah, Gale of Darkness. Never played it.
Me neither, but apparently it has one of the most story drive Pokemons.
I'll be down to play some of those retro.
There's probably decent GameCube emulators now these days that you could probably find a decent copy of it and run it and just give it a try on your computer.
I'm tempted.
I think it depends on how powerful is your computer as well.
Yeah, fair.
Because like GameCube, Wii, PlayStation 2, even if the graphics are low, you are not just running the game, you are running the emulator and the game.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So I don't know the characteristics of your laptop you say you had.
I say next podcast we go more in depth about Pokemon, but we do talk about our 3x3s for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. We can, if you want, we can make the 3x3 of Pokemon and discuss the 3x3, the anime one and the Pokemon one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
that'll be fun.
Do you want to change topic or we keep it with Pokemon?
We've been at it for an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know if we want to try. I don't know. Yeah, what do other people feel?
I'm happy to talk about anything.
Okay, then I've got something. Maybe we're not prepared for it now, but just because we were talking about the Reggies, and it's not on the list, but because we were talking about wood types. So I don't know how au fait people here are with Digimon, but
I was just thinking about this.
Okay, cool. Because the Digivolution trees and roots and stuff and branching pathways for Digivolution, I feel like is way more interesting than Pokemon because you can go down some really strange Digivolutions from one thing to another, if you know what I mean. And I feel like that's what Pokemon is lacking in a way. So yeah, tell me about, I don't know. Let's talk about Digimon a little bit if people are cool with that.
I absolutely love Digimon. I don't know if I've talked about it with you guys before, but I love Digimon. Like, okay, here's my distinction. Just get it off my chest.
Yeah.
First. Games, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Anime, Digimon. Story and everything, 100% Digimon. I just love that.
Definitely.
I think everyone agrees with that.
Yeah, and it's like Digimon has all the slide Digivolutions, the kind of multiple levels because it goes down to babies and up to megas and super ultimates and everything like that. It goes like to a whole different level. It's got the dark Digivolutions. You know, it's got all the armor Digivolutions, so you can slide them between different versions.
Oh yeah.
And the designs were just cooler. You know, you take War Greymon. It's a dragon with claws and like metal kind of, like, armor and stuff. They had guns and lasers and stuff. Like, it was never a question when I was a kid. Like, there was never a question like Charizard versus War Greymon. Like, it's just. It's like
it gets out
kid versus tank, you know, like there's no question to this. They can still be fun, but there's no question who's stronger.
But I think the reason why the Digimons have better designs and more imaginative designs is because Pokemon had guidelines for the Pokemon to look like a Pokemon. So if they didn't have the guidelines, they won't allow that Pokemon to jump into the game.
Digimon was a lot.
Designs were cool. Like they were like cuter, and you could keep them as the pets, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, the episode in the first series of Digimon where I saw Garurumon turn into Were-Garurumon, I thought like that is the most heavy metal thing I had ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And when I think Were-Garurumon fights Myotismon, it's like just werewolf, like just like werewolf with ripped jeans just pummeling
Exactly.
Guy. Like you get the best matchups in Digimon.
You do. You really do. You really, really, really do.
Yeah.
Or even.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, go ahead. I will say it later.
I mean, well, I was just going to say, because we were talking about the Reggies and the wood thing, the wood typing of sorts, that brings me to, I never properly watched it, because it just sort of, it was basically the series that Fox Kids stopped airing at, which was Digimon Frontier, like the fourth series. There's, you have the elemental aspects to each character of sorts, and there was, I think, Arbamon and Petaldramon, I thought were so underrated and so cool a concept. Because when you mentioned the Reggie of wood, I thought that's just immediately what I thought of, like Arbamon, because he's this sort of wood golem kind of guy, and then his slide evolution or whatever it's called, his beast form is just a massive dragon that's made of flowers. I thought that's creative, that's cool. I don't know, more of this, please.
But you didn't really end up watching Frontier.
Not properly, no. It was very fragmented. Like, it would be episodes here and there. It would usually be episodes in Italian. I tried watching a couple of episodes online sometimes. I got the gist of it. It's one of those things where I pieced together Digimon Frontier.
Actually, I think Digimon was the first show that I started watching online with like all the random YouTube episodes. Like, they split into 7 parts.
Yeah. Exactly.
Part 3 would be in Spanish.
Oh my god!
Fine, I guess there's no other part. I guess we watch it.
I guess I need to learn an entire language just to watch this part of the episode. So I used to watch it. I don't remember what they released in Spain back then or whatever, but I don't remember shit. I remember like the main Digimons. I probably, if I saw most of the Digimons, I will recognize, like, oh yeah, I remember them, but I don't remember any name, any. I know for fact all of them finish in Mon, because
I mean,
they're saved as a .mon file, right?
Oh yeah.
Or really?
Yeah.
That's
why
cool.
they're all Mons.
Oh,
I like that
you just blew my fucking mind right now. Okay, I was thinking. I used to think a couple of minutes ago and back my entire life, because they were fucking lazy to make proper names, so they just finish in Mon. But now you say that.
The world building in Digimon is sick. Like when you go into the details.
Yeah, that's really cool. It reminds me a little bit.
I love things that are right in front of your eyes, and then you're like, like my whole childhood, like wow.
Yeah, just because you say this, I want to watch it now.
I think I've seen most Digimon series. I think they've really tailed off now, though. I think there was some like Digimon Fusion, like or X-Ross or something like that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, it feels really unfocused by comparison.
Yeah. And number 4, it was fun. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. And it was very different with the kind of the kids actually turning into Digimons themselves.
Yes.
Which I didn't mind at all, because the Digimon that they turned into were pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was a bit more Power Rangers like, which I also like. So I was cool with that. And it had some of the coolest antagonists, like Duskmon.
Yes.
He destroyed the team. Like, he absolutely annihilated them. And I love it when, like, the main characters get absolutely destroyed and have to go back. That's one of my favorite things. He had, like, evil Mercurymon. He had to, like, Royal Knights. And that was the first introduction I had to the Royal Knights. And when they start appearing everyone, that's just really cool. It's not a bad series. You get a lot of, like, I get a bit of like kind of Japanese mythology as well with Susanomon.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, that's really cool.
The elements I think are somewhat based off, I think maybe the ancient Chinese elements of like wood, metal, like that.
I think at least in my personal opinion, I guess it's similar for you too. I learned a lot from the Japanese folklore because they love to put in animes.
Yeah, that's always one of the fun parts, isn't it?
Naruto, I think, literally got me to know about Tsukiyomi Susanoo Terasu. Like, I think that was the first bit of Japanese folklore that I actually cared about reading up about. Damn, these are real things.
Yeah, exactly.
But they have a lot of this folklore in comparison with European countries, because the most similar thing is the Nordic countries. They have a lot, but like in the rest of Europe, yeah, we have folklore, of course. Like, it's
I mean, the Greek gods are the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah,
we use the Greek gods, and
but if you ask me for Spain, I don't know shit about folklore of Spain.
Yeah,
it's like probably if I search for it, there's a shit ton, but nobody cover it. Like of UK, for example, I don't know if there is. I guess there is folklore related with the Nordic countries because, you know, they were in fight and all that stuff. But
we got a fair bit of folklore with Robin Hood, King Arthur. We have the Druids.
Now you mentioned to I just a folklore from Spain popping in my mind.
Okay. Who are you thinking of?
I only know the name in Spanish because I don't even know if the second will have a translation. Is Cid el Campeador?
Oh, he's in all the Final Fantasy.
It cut when you say it. Can you repeat it, please?
I think there's a guy called Sid in a lot of the Final Fantasy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think that's how I found out. I don't know for sure, but I think he's based off Spanish.
Is he pretty like that?
I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
I think I've definitely seen the name before, and I think I found out about it through Japanese shows rather than anything.
Yeah.
Like the folklore of this guy, which this person was real, but the folklore is like, okay, can you just stop overpower one person for a second, please? But there is a couple of things was real because this happened when the Reconquista.
All right.
So he was like one of the most important generals in Castilla, which is now Spain. And this is real, and he won a battle being dead on his horse. Because he was killed at the beginning of the battle, and to keep the morale up, the second in charge put him with a long stick on the horse to look him like he was still alive, like he was on the horse, and they just pat the horse, and the horse was moving around, and all the enemies were scared as fuck because it's like he's dead and he's keep fighting, you know. And the morale of the troop were really up because of that. Who's that Qays? Gigasmon.
Gigasmon, yeah, he was my favorite that I managed to encounter in Digimon Frontier. I'm just putting him there because it's all I can think of right now because we mentioned Frontier and stuff.
I've never seen this Digimon in my life.
See, that's the fun part. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just go onto the Digimon Wikia and look for evolutions that I didn't know about. I'm like, oh, this guy's so cool. Why isn't he in more games or anime?
There's always more Digimon, and like the way they connect to each other, like cool. Like you never know. Like I think like Kentarasmon is one of the Digivolutions of Agumon or something. Like that.
Exactly.
And you find out weird things like that.
And you ask yourself the question why, but at the same time you accept it because you go cool.
Exactly. Why does Gatomon turn into Angelwomon?
Yeah.
I don't know, but she like
what cool. Do you want? Logic or be the cool guy? Being the cool guy, of course.
Yeah.
Being the cool guy is always better than logic in everything.
There was I never played any of the Digimon games except for one, which was, I think, Digimon World Dusk or Digimon DS Dusk or Sun and Moon or something like that, Dusk and Dawn, which were quite good. I have to admit, they were quite basic. They were kind of Pokemon rip-off type things in that you turn-based combat attacks and stuff, but the fun aspect came from just trying to breed different Digimon so that you'd get the end results Mega Evolution that you always wanted. So it was weird. Like if you wanted something God mode tier, you'd have to work your way up to Omnimon, and then you have to work your way up to a separate Beelzemon, breed them, and then they would breed this almost godlike entity that would turn into, I don't know, the Yggdrasil of Digimon, that kind of stuff. It was, if you have a DS and you're able to pick up one of those copies of the game, I recommend it, because I don't think they're that expensive either, and it's an interesting experience. Or even emulate it, actually. It's really easy to emulate DS games now, isn't it?
Well, I mean, as long as it's not the last generation or the actual generation, it's quite easy to emulate everything.
Yeah.
I remember playing one Digimon game. I think this is the only one I played.
But for sake of legality, we are gonna say we own a copy and we are just emulating because it's more comfortable to play in the computer. Yeah. I don't know. Technically, we are safe now.
Yeah.
I never had the intentions in the first place.
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
But yeah, there's one. Oh, thanks for looking at Digimon World. But yeah, I was thinking the only game that I played Digimon properly, as far as I can remember, is Digimon World 4. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. But I remember seeing the cover at a charity shop, I think, and it looked sick because it was basically swords. And that was cool. Like, I don't remember if the gameplay was especially good, but like quality-wise, probably not that great. But entertainment value that I got from it was brilliant. I enjoyed it a lot. Like,
I never played it
with swords as a Digimon.
I never played it, but I heard it's actually pretty damn difficult.
It was relatively difficult as a kid. Like there were a few levels of it, which was like, damn. I think actually when you first spawn, like the enemies have insane amount more hit points than you, so you have to do a tactic of hit them, run away, hit them, run away.
Yeah.
When I was used to like, and I think if they attack you, you get damage, of course. But if they touch you, you also gain damage, and you get stunned as well. So
what the heck?
move once you're stunned. And I think you get hit like a few times and you're done when you first start the game by the first Digimon, which is like a Goburimon, right? Yeah, and you start on a bridge. There's 2, so you're stuck on this bridge with a tiny amount of area. So you have to get really good. And if you run too fast, more spawn around you, and you get like 5 just chasing you. You're just it was a tough start. It's not an easy start to the game.
Why does the Digimon have fucking swords?
Have a question.
Because swords are goddamn cool. It's that simple.
And I had my favorite Digimon, Doraemon.
Oh, he's the purpley one, isn't he?
Yeah. Have you guys seen the Digimon X movie or something?
I have not. Is it good?
I don't know. I haven't watched it since I was 9 or something. But when I was 9, it was my favorite movie. Pretty much that and The Matrix. But yeah, I loved it. Like, I think this is pretty much what I was thinking of when I was thinking like the third part of it was in Spanish. Like, but I still.
Oh really?
Like, it was when the Digimon world, I think, got some big virus, and all of the Digimon needed certain antibodies called an X antibody in order to survive the virus. And I think they're all killing each other over it in order to get these antibodies. And there's also factions of pure Digimon that were just like committing genocide against the X antibody.
Are you telling me in Digimon they were anti-vaccines?
Yeah.
Anti-vaxxers in Digimon.
And they brought the coronavirus as well.
Give it a watch. I don't know if it's good and it will hold up. Fine, but I loved it, and I had Doraemon as my the main character. Yeah.
So because I see you two really like Digimon, and I had been having influence for the last 2 months of like watching the original series at least.
Which series?
The original one.
Oh, the original one, yeah.
Which is like 50-ish episode or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch a guy who plays Digimon games, it's called Digital Hazard on Twitch.
Digital Hazard.
Yeah, I brought it down for you.
Yeah, go for it. That'd be great. Thank you.
And
Digital Hazard.
He's from UK as well, so.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd be willing to check him out. So, I mean, that's one thing actually. Instead of getting all the consoles, all the equipment you'd need to be able to play these older games now, which are a little bit harder or out of reach, it's nice to know that there are other people playing them for you to be able to watch them play, and you live vicariously through them. That's actually something, I guess, something, I don't know, I feel like that's a bit lost now on Twitch streamers, or maybe I'm wrong, but the whole content creation of streaming games or Let's Plays originally came about because, you wanted to play these games you never got the option to when you were a kid, but instead of actually shelling out for a brand new console or an old brand new console, you could just watch people play it on YouTube and get the thrill or the buzz that you wanted to, if you know what I mean. I think there's less of it now. It's, I don't know, that sort of content creation has changed. Maybe for the better, maybe not. I don't know. I've not seen the Billion series of the complete series retrospective. I'm hesitant to. I'm curious. Do you think it's a good series that he does?
I mean, it's only 2.5 hours, so.
Oh yeah, sure. Wow.
Yeah, it's a quick watch. It's worth your time.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I'll do it tonight. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's one. Well, any.
He better say some good stuff about Tamers. Damn it.
Whoever doesn't say good stuff about time, Digimon YouTuber.
Yeah.
Tamers is a good series. Have you watched Tamers, Pabs?
Nope.
Fix that.
Yeah. I mean, I recommend it. It's a good anime series on its own without you to be a fan.
Can you tell me how it's right down, please?
Yes, I'll get it up for you.
Cheers.
I'll get my anime list link. What is it?
The head writer for the Digimon Tamer series, I forget his name. He had an unconventional name, not very Japanese. And he also wrote the Big O anime series, but he's also well known outside of the anime community for writing horror novels and what else? Necronomicon Cthulhu-esque type stuff as well. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, he's got some interesting vibes. He's got some interesting takes, and it's evident in Tamers. There's some, I mean, it's still a kids show, but there's some darker subtext going on that's really fascinating.
I will definitely have a look at it. Now you mentioned the how you say Necronomicon or how
Necronomicon, yeah.
I need to say it. Don't need to answer, but just for the meme. Do you remember the name of the Lovecraft cat?
I don't.
Search for it and be surprised how it was called.
Lovecraft cat, did you say?
Yeah, Lovecraft cat name. And don't say it out loud, please.
Oh God! Why?
Because he was racist.
What?
Yeah, no, apparently, apart from people who really likes Lovecraft, nobody knows he was racist as fuck.
Apparently, Jesus.
No, apparently no. He said by himself because back then nobody gave a fuck if you say you were racist. Apparently, but
oh my God.
Yeah.
There's a few articles.
There's a TV series out now about Lovecraftian stuff. I forget what it's called though, because Lovecraft Country, is that right? No
idea. Don't get me wrong, I love Lovecraft material, but it has to be hard to speak with a person.
But that's interesting that you mentioned it. No, because there's a TV series out right now called Lovecraft Country, and it's an American horror drama, and it's set in the South where there's Lovecraftian themes, but there's also, you know, rife racism going on as well, I believe. So it's interesting.
I think I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah,
I think I saw it before.
A friend of mine really likes the series. I've not gone into it yet. But wow, yeah, I did not know that little tidbit about rhymes with bigger man.
I'm not going to blame him, because back then that was way normal, which I totally disagree. Don't get me wrong, I don't agree with the actions or the way he thought, but it's more compressible to think that was normal, quote unquote, back then.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. It's interesting stuff when it comes to, you know, separating the artist from the artwork sometimes as well. And where does the buck stop, if you know what I mean?
And also the time is happening, because it's not the same. Have the mentality nowadays than have the mentality 100 years ago. So, anything else you want to add?
I don't think we even touched any of the topics that we.
Pokemon only.
You just went on a massive Pokemon tangent, which is brilliant.
We only talk about how it's called. It's not a spin-off. It's off-topic. Sorry, off-topic stuff. And Pokemon, and a little bit of Digimon in the end, if you want. Yeah. In the next podcast, we can, apart of the 3x3, we can talk about Digimon as well, if you guys want.
Digimon, that's an interesting one actually, yeah, because I feel like doing my 3x3 for Pokemon would be really easy, but Digimon, a 3x3, would be a little bit more difficult, I think, for myself. I'm not sure about you guys.
I feel like it would be the other way around. I feel like
really
I have clear favorites for Digimon.
For me, I need to do research because I don't remember.
Need to refresh your memory.
I feel like there's a load of Digimon that I really love, but it's just I feel like I'm more strongly opinionated about them. So
yeah, I see.
I have the ones that I think are really cool. I have the characters that I really like. Like I can tell my top 3 roughly. I'll leave number 3 would be Galantmon.
Oh yeah,
Galantmon's really cool. I love how they combine together. The whole Takado one and Guilmon, the whole like friendship that they grow up. Like Galantmon's cool, especially when they get what is his name? The little red hoverboard thing.
Oh, Grani.
Yeah, Grani. Yeah, they got Grani in there. Like I love him. Number 2 would be Victory Greymon. Just because it's the coolest Greymon thing I've ever seen. Like it was War Greymon plus a cool sword, which could apparently kill the Yggdrasil. Like yeah. And then he also, but number 1, I don't think this will surprise you, but Beelzemon. Like,
I was gonna say it's Beelzemon in the running because Beelzemon is sick, bruh.
Beelzemon's sick. Like I think there's a reason why Mal, I think he's one of my favorites. I put him as one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that back in the day. Wow, yes.
Someday, whenever I want like a feel-good moment, go on YouTube, type in Impmon Digivolves to Beelzemon. Like when he, you know, the gun that his little kid gives him.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. It's true.
Gun turns into a proper Beelzemon gun, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna use this." You know, like, Beelzemon's he's a good guy deep down. You know.
He is. Oh. Yeah. Gosh, the repentance arc. Oh my god. See, Tamers, man. Tamers.
That Fist of the Beast King.
Oh my god, no.
Jerry, take my hand.
Oh, you're bringing back memories. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like the wound is fresh all over again.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that to me, Qays?
Punches the hole right through your heart.
Oh no.
We
You just kill him.
You gotta watch Tamers, Pabs. You gotta watch Tamers.
You do.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I guess I have to do it.
There's no choice now. I've remembered too much of the show now.
Oh well.
Oh no, I remember too much. You unlocked something I'd kept buried, damn it.
Active unlock. Destroy his childhood again.
Man, maybe I'll rewatch that at some point now. I don't know.
I'll be down for like a watch along together.
Yeah.
Just a few episodes, like a few choice episodes maybe, or like the whole thing. I'm down for it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know. It's
It's long, you know. It's like 52 episodes or something.
It is long.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it was like a 12 episode thing, it's like okay, we can manage to watch it.
We would, I suppose, we would have to do it in stages. We would have to take the full 52 episodes and then just sort of cut out the filler, so you're left with the ones where the digivolutions happen because those matter. And then you have to, you know what I mean.
You don't skip digivolutions.
You do not skip digivolutions. Oh my gosh, that's like
blood.
Oh, is there a Digimon Tamers abridged?
Oh no.
God, I don't know if there is. See, I'm happy with. No, I don't think I could take it. Digimon Tamers is a serious place in my heart. If they make fun of it, I might actually cry.
Yeah.
Look what have done to my son.
Digimon Tamers, it's in my 3x3, guys. Okay, you know, you don't fuck with my anime in my 3x3. Okay, you can diss it, but don't poke fun at it. You know, I can't.
I mean,
I've got loads of things that we want to do in the future.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm so hyped to make my Pokemon 3x3. Like,
yeah.
This is choosing between children, and I can't wait to go to an actual anime and like go into the depths of Toradora and like really argue this shit.
Oh god, and I watched it recently, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keen to talk about
Toradora. Did I add that to the drive? Because if not, I'm gonna add it right now.
Toradora must be in there. That was the one I was looking forward to the most, I think.
Toradora. No, I think I didn't.
What, on the list?
You don't even have Toradora in there.
Well, no, if it's not, I just brought it down. If it's choice, doesn't matter.
Oh,
I also, yeah, go for it, Ben.
And I was just not related at all, and then we'll come back to it very quick. But because we were on the subject of Pokemon earlier and Pokemon card game, has anyone ever tried the online version? Because I'm kind of itching to give it a try now.
I tried, and in my personal opinion, I didn't like it. But but because how it's structured, the Pokemon card game, it's not my cup of tea, so. It just because I don't like the way it's structured, the Pokemon card game, and maybe you love it. I don't know.
It's the only card game I got really into, so I love it just because I was playing it since I was 4. I know nothing else.
I'm keen to give it a try actually, because I never got into the card game properly. I collected them, but I never played because there just wasn't anyone around me who could play it properly, if you know what I mean. It was hard to find. But yeah, no, I'm thinking of giving it a go, and based on my findings, I might recommend to other folks here, and maybe, I don't know. I'm thinking big dreams. But anyway, we were talking about Toradora, so let's go back to Toradora quick.
Yeah, Toradora. I'm down to get into like the details of that.
The nuts and bolts.
So, what do we want to talk the next podcast? The 3x3s and maybe Toradora, depending on how long it takes us to go through the 3x3s.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I remember the thing I wanted to bring up as well. I watched the first episode of Dorohedoro, by the way.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So cool.
Pardon?
I got the Nikaido meme that Pabs put with Gordon Ramsay.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm down to talk about Dorohedoro.
I love Dorohedoro.
Definitely. See how far I've got with Dorohedoro, but maybe we could talk about that.
Oh, Pabs, did you give the soundtrack a listen?
Not yet. I downloaded it, but I didn't listen it yet.
My favorite.
I was thinking to do it while preparing my dinner when we finish the podcast. So.
My favorite track is by I think they're called Shit Wife in this version, but they've got a new name now. But the song is Eating Food and Fighting Wizards.
I wonder why they changed the name.
Yeah, it's a shame. I like it, Shit Wife.
Shit Wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a cool name, but in 2021, I think it's a little bit polemic.
Yeah. I think the idea when they came up with it was meant to come from the the meme, which is like your waifu is shit.
Oh, okay.
That's the context.
That's needed context.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in English, lose the meaning a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to me and my co-hosts talk about our fave Pokemon games. We hope you enjoyed it. Join myself, Ben, and my co-hosts, Pabs and Qays, to see what other weird and wonderful things we discuss in our next episode. We'll hopefully see you then.